Hey guys, welcome to L&D Home. In today's video, we're going to be doing some summer cleaning. Since I'm a teacher, that's when I do my spring cleaning. We are getting down into the nitty-gritty, filling some nail holes, getting gross stuff clean, decluttering all of the goods here in our great room. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. When I spring clean, I like to start one side of the room and work my way around. So here I am taking down all of my son's pictures. Don't worry, they're going back up. But I do have a lot of nail holes in this wall from when I had these in a different configuration. And you can see them, it was really bothering me. Also, we hang up our Christmas garland here in this kind of entryway, and we use a staple gun to do it because it's the best way we can find that our lit garland will stay up. But that means that there are a gazillion staple holes along the edge of this wall and the other wall as well. So I just needed to get that tackled. It literally looks like a cheese grater ran over our wall and it was driving me nuts. So I'm just pulling out this piece of furniture, and I like to declutter as I go. When I take things off, because I'm going to be doing a deep clean of the furniture, if there's something that I haven't been loving, I am just starting a Goodwill pile right away so I can just go ahead and get it out of my space and out of my way because I know I'm not going to be keeping it. Like these wax melts. I'm getting rid of the wax warmer. I haven't used it in over a year. So all of the wax melts I haven't used, I am going to give those to Goodwill and then throw the rest away. And then we're going to get into cleaning this shelf and filling some of these holes, the gazillion holes in the wall. I am curious though, in the comments down below, when do you guys do your spring cleaning? Do you actually do it in the springtime like everyone else, or is a different time of year better for you? I find that summer is better for me because I am a teacher and we are not contracted over the summer. So I'm basically laid off the entire summer and don't get paid. But I do like to do my spring cleaning then because that's when I have the time to actually get down into nitty gritty and deep clean everything. So let me know in the comments down below. When do you do your quote unquote spring cleaning? Is it in the spring or is it during a different time? Or maybe you spread it out throughout the year so it doesn't get overwhelming. Let me know. While we are waiting on the spackle to dry so I can sand and paint over it, I had a whole stack of home decor that I had shoved in this corner, and I'm just putting it in the basket because I know I want to keep most of it, so I'm just getting it out of my way and decluttering as I go. I'm getting rid of that home sign and the candlesticks just because I really don't like them anymore, so those are going to find a good home with somebody else. They're beautiful, but just not my style anymore. I'm going to be giving this organ a deep clean, and guys, this was filthy. I swear it doesn't look this dirty on a regular basis, but clearly I'm not paying attention. Just the top alone, you're going to see the grossness on this rag, and wait until I have cleaned the whole thing to see the rag after. This organ is actually a family heirloom. It does work, but no one ever plays it because I won't allow them to. I don't even have it plugged in because I am just afraid something's going to happen to it. This was in my grandparents' house, and I just keep it because it's really special, but we don't actually play it because I'm just very attached to this organ. It made it through about 2 or 3 moves, and it's still holding on strong, but I clearly don't give it enough love because this thing was absolutely filthy. I mean, I cleaned the pedals, the legs, the keys, everything, and the rag was absolutely demolished afterwards. It was so gross to think all of this stuff was on this organ. I did have a really hard time styling this organ. You're going to see later in the video after I took those candlesticks off, but we'll save that for later. Now it is time for us to paint over all of those holes that I filled. The color that we use in this room is Basalt powder, and we like flat paint. We don't like the shine, and it wipes just fine. I know people say use like a semi-gloss or an eggshell or something. We like flat, and it always wipes off just fine for us. I'm just taking a really small brush, and a tip is to always keep a quart of the paint on your walls around. So if you need to do a touch-up, you don't have to drag out a big gallon of paint. It's much easier to mix up and hold this little quart of paint while you're touching things up. So since there was no paint on the bottom part, I did just push this thing back and decided to style it just a little bit with some decor I knew I was going to be keeping, and I'm going to hang up all of the pictures after that has dried. We are on to the other side of the room now, and yes, decluttering some more, lots of home decor, keeping some things but getting rid of some other things. And we're also going to be going into this buffet, and we're going to be decluttering a lot of stuff that I don't need anymore that is shoved inside of these drawers, and they are about to explode. As I'm decluttering, you might be wondering, why is all this stuff in here? We have very little storage in our kitchen. We actually have a project planned for this summer, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing a new kitchen island with storage. I'm so excited for it, and we're going to be filming that whole process. So excited. But we have very little storage in our kitchen, so we do have this buffet that we have to keep a lot of stuff in, and then we put desserts on top when we have get-togethers and family parties, so it works out really well. There's just a lot of furniture in this room, but we just can't help it because we have so little storage in this house. So I got rid of a lot of stuff here, especially like the paper plates and things that I was holding on to that we just simply never use. And you're gonna see me here talking to my husband. We were having a whole intense conversation, so please just ignore that. But we got rid of a lot of stuff that is going to either be trash or going to Goodwill from this buffet. And I was quite happy with what we got rid of, because I could house some of our serving things a little bit easier and they wouldn't all fall out on me when I went to go have a get together like they had been. So I was really happy to get rid of this stuff. This was probably one of the hardest parts of this entire spring clean, decorate, decluttering situation. I wanted to redo our daughter's picture wall with school pictures, and she is in 3rd grade this year, so she didn't have quite as many pictures as my son, who will be 16 this year. So we had some other pictures up there, and I wanted to redo her collage with just school pictures and change it up a little bit, and I ended up absolutely hating it. You're gonna see later in the video that I just hated it and had to fix it and redo it like 2 times. But I did take all of the nails actually out and spackle them because I knew that they weren't going to be going back in the same place and they were going to be going in different frames. This buffet is quite sensitive. We got it from a thrift store, and the back has seen better days, so I have to move it very carefully and just kind of dust behind it. I can't move it all the way out and do a deep clean behind it, so I did the best that I could, and then I wanted to wipe everything down really well. There were fingerprints and smudges and stuff all over the front. It is distressed, which is nice because you don't notice how dirty it is when things are distressed. So now I am swapping out the picture frames. So she has 4 school pictures as of right now. Well, because, the thing that happened these past few years, they didn't do school pictures for a while. So she doesn't have as many as I would like her to have, but I wanted them to really be school pictures so that she had a school picture wall just like our son has. So I was planning on doing this whole thing, and like I said, it didn't work out, but you will see that later. But for now, we're just giving this a good sand, and I'm going to be painting over all of these holes as well on this wall and that little side wall.
Gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
While I was waiting on the paint to dry so that I could do my collage, I did decide to do a little vacuum of just part of the room. I was getting kind of overwhelmed at this point because there was just stuff everywhere, which happens when you declutter and try to clean and try to decorate at the same time. So maybe another room, I'll do it a little bit differently than I did this one because I was overwhelmed. But I did want to do a vacuum because there was stuff just everywhere from all of my decluttering. There was dust, there was sparkles for some reason. I don't even like sparkles. I don't know where they came from. But I wanted to kind of just get everything feeling a little bit cleaner since my brain was just getting so overwhelmed with the amount of work that I had to do and the amount of stuff that was still laying around. I did decide to clean some decor and try to put it up where I thought it was going to go. Again, the organ gave me some struggles. I had put a table runner on there but didn't like it. So we're going to be redecorating that probably like 3 times in this video. But it is what it is. When you decorate, sometimes you just have to change things around a lot until you get it the way that you like it. And that's completely okay and completely normal. So if you don't like something you try the first time, don't get discouraged. Everyone who decorates their home has this struggle where they change it 47 million times, and that's perfectly okay.
I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you.
Since I was getting overwhelmed, I decided to do a more mundane task so that I could just take my mind off the decorating because it was stressing me out a little bit. So I just kept decluttering. This desk used to be really organized at one point in time, but I honestly never sit here when I plan or do anything. I usually sit on the couch. So I have just kind of thrown stuff in all of these drawers and bins, and it was just looking a mess. There was things I didn't need. There were pens in like 17 different locations. I have no idea what I was thinking, but I had to get it tackled. And to do my cords, I actually have a really good tip. Binder clips work really well for those smaller cords like USBs and things. If you fold them up and then you take the binder clip and you just clip that binder clip on it, it holds it really well. And then I use ponytail holders for the bigger cords like laptop cords or extension cords. But just a tip in case you're having some struggles storing any of your cords, it really does keep them together. So I highly suggest binder clips, and I get mine from Dollar Tree. This desk was so dusty. You can see the imprint of where the thing was sitting. It was so gross. But I just wanted to get it all cleaned off. And the top of the desk is actually really awful because I used to craft on this desk a lot. There's paint splatters, there's smudges, and it wouldn't come clean. But I did try a product from Dollar Tree. Actually, they have these like magic eraser sheets. They're not the name brand, but they actually worked really well to get some of the grossness off the desk. I probably do need to repaint this thing, but I'm hoping to get a different desk eventually. So I kind of don't want to put the work into painting it. I actually had painted this white. It was a really, really deep like espresso brown. So it is chipping a little bit. It has seen some hard craft projects, I will tell you that. But I do recommend the the magic eraser sheets from Dollar Tree. They work really well, and I like that they're a little bit more flexible. So if you see those at your Dollar Tree, go ahead and pick those up because they work great in other spaces as well.
I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run and only leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking touching me around my neck, got chills down my back. You do it right, the way you're holding me. No, I don't want this moment to stop. No need to fight it, I cannot hide it. We won't regret it, so come with me. Maybe we're meant to be a perfect melody, and I don't want this moment to stop.
This is another piece of furniture that cannot be moved. Actually, when I moved it to paint it, I broke it. So we had to like do some, screws and craziness. So I'm terrified to move it. So I'm just cleaning under it and around it. I know it seems crazy, but it's on its last leg, to be quite honest. So I just don't want to break it because we can't afford a new desk right now. So that's why I'm on the floor underneath cleaning it. So after this, I decided to go ahead and do my slow vacuum. So I love this corded vacuum. I don't love it because it's corded, but it is really powerful. So I start with an empty canister, and I actually learned this from This Crazy Life. I love watching her. I had never heard of slow vacuuming before I started watching her videos, and it is absolutely amazing. You must try it. So you vacuum normal, as I had already done earlier in the video, and then you do a slow vacuum. This right here is me slow vacuuming in real time. This is exactly how slow I am going. I'm gonna speed up here in a second, I promise. But you start with the empty canister, and when you slow vacuum, it gets all of that stuff out that you thought you had got with your original normal speed vacuuming. And I can promise you, especially if your room is used a lot, you will have so much stuff come out when you slow vacuum. So you're gonna see I'm only gonna do up until the organ, and I had stuff that still was stuck in the carpets. It was absolutely gross. So if you have not tried slow vacuuming, I highly recommend it. It gets a lot of the stuff out of your carpets, and it just makes them look so much more fluffy and so much more beautiful.
Spill the truth. Tell me how I'm gonna get close to you. Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside.
We are almost done with cleaning this room. I am just dusting the baseboards and the windowsill, and I'm also going to be cleaning the windows with my favorite window cleaner, which is the e-cloth. It's actually the window e-cloth, but I use it for my windows, my mirrors, my stainless steel. I absolutely love it. You get one cloth to clean with and one cloth that kind of is supposed to buff. It cleans windows and mirrors so quickly, and they are so streak free and beautiful because I am terrible at cleaning windows and mirrors. But with the e-cloth, it's absolutely amazing, and it's so quick.
Working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside. Love you on the inside. Dance on the beat.
So we're just getting rid of some more decor over here, and let me know in the comments if you're like me. When you're cleaning, you just set stuff into another room. I feel like I should have a better system, like a basket or something that I put things in, but I just kept setting stuff in the dining room, and now my dining room table is completely cluttered with stuff from the great room cleaning. I don't know, let me know I'm not alone down in the comments where you do that, where you clean and you're like, this doesn't belong here, and you just set it to the first place to the side of you that you see, when you actually should probably put it away. So I hope I'm not the only one that does this. We are going to be decluttering a little bit in this cabinet, but only a few things are going to go, because most of this stuff in here is my china set that I never use, but I can't get rid of because it is from my mom, so it's very special. So there's not a lot of stuff in here to declutter, but I ended up getting rid of a few things. Also, if you know how to paint a marble top that will last, please let me know down in the comments, link a video or something, because I really don't like the yellow tone of this marble top, but I'm afraid to paint it. It's real marble. I'm afraid to paint it because I'm afraid to mess it up, but I really wish it was more cool toned. It just doesn't match with the rest of our vibe. So if you know how to paint a marble top in a way that will hold up and last, please let me know, because I would love to test that. Okay, so besides the decor that is already up, this is what we have to work with right now, because I can't get into my decor craft closet. So this is what we got for this room. And then this hot mess over here, this is all Goodwill, all of it. 2 bags, and all of this stuff that I have to put into a bag is all Goodwill stuff. And then that right there is all trash. So I guess for the fun part, we get to see where we want to put this decor. I am trying to minimalize a little bit, obviously, just because I have too much stuff. And then right here is actually going to be another cart. You may have noticed I had like a bright teal one. I'm actually taking that to my classroom and bringing a black one from my classroom that I had, just because I'm not really into that bright stuff in my house. I got it for virtual teaching to use, and then I ended up using it for my sewing machine and stuff. So that's what this stuff is right here, my sewing stuff, and then the top that the sewing machine sets on. But I'm going to be bringing a black cart here. Now it is time to finish decorating, and I'm still not done. There still are a lot of things that I feel like I want to move around that I just wasn't quite sure about, but I'm just gonna sit back and let you guys watch me decorate a little bit with what I already had that I had access to. And that's just a great way to decorate your home. Use what you have. Don't feel like you have to run out and buy things, because you probably have stuff in your home that you can move from other rooms to make another room look really beautiful.
Is this the end or something new? It's not that easy. It's never easy. I wonder, do you feel it too? It's not that easy. It's never easy. I say hello to my new friends, and to my old I come again. Yeah, expect me sometime soon. I wave goodbye to my own past.
Here comes the fun part when I realized I hated the wall. So you'll see that I put her pictures, 3 of them on that side wall, and then put 1 in a frame. I could not figure out how to decorate this buffet with those pictures there. So yes, I took them down, filled those holes again, and I actually hung them up like this. And I like this much better because it gave me much more freedom to decorate the top of the buffet and not cover her face, because I was really struggling with not covering her when they were on that side wall. So I did change this around, and we will rearrange it as she gets more school pictures, but I like this much better. It still needs a little bit of something, but I was just trying to use what I had from the room. Since I can't get into my craft closet right now, I really just wanted to use what I had from the room, and I like this much, much better. And just like that, our full day of summer cleaning this room is complete. Everything looks so fresh and so clean, from the decor to the furniture to the floor. Everything is just so much brighter, and I love having the more simple decor out. I also love that every space is decluttered and hopefully can function way better for our needs, and we got rid of so much stuff that we didn't need to hold on to. I hope this video gave you guys some inspiration to declutter and clean and decorate a space in your home as well. Make sure that you check out the video and the playlist on the screen and smash that subscribe button so you can become part of our YouTube family and see the rest of our summer cleaning videos, as well as some home updates.